Today we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Will they Zyber? Will they Danger? Will they be doable? Alright, we're gonna start it off with the Wild Wark Aven. The red, black, blue, 1 generic, 4/6 Vampire Assassin with Menace. Cast the spell only during an opponent's turn. How the hell do you even do that? It doesn't even have flash. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, counter that spell. This is like, I can't even get this thing onto the battlefield. Okay, I guess I could reanimate it onto the battlefield, and it does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing for me. This is something I want to give to somebody else, so that when they play their non-creature spells, they just get snap countered. You are restricted to only playing the creature spells. Play creature spells. I mean, I guess it's... This has to be like a donate target sort of thing. Like, it has to be. It was meant to be donated. Meant to be reanimated, then donated. You have to work really hard. I guess it's doable. It's a very bizarre card, though. Really hard to cast on your own. Not very draft playable. Not draftable. Alright, moving on. We got the Cyclamiaro Choose Library. I guess I can't choose anything else now, can I? Blue 3 generic for a 2/2 spirit with flying and trample. Partner with Torgusuk War Adunct Guy Beastness named Powervine in Trider. Creatures with this creature can't attack or block unless it choose. An instant or sorcery card exiled of a creature you control has flying. They basically started putting keywords and abilities in the title of the card. And you can partner with that card. Okay, remove a +1/+1 counter from Cyclamiaro Choose Library. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. What absolute... This is just chaos ensues. Absolute chaos ensues. And there he is! This is, you can't... Okay, step aside, Asmerando, Marty Catastrophe, cool the card, because we've got someone with the new biggest name on the block. Because it's just a bunch of keywords mashed into the title all at once. For 7 mana, it's a 5/5. You can partner with Cyclamiaro Choose Library. It's got first strike and a metal rate for Hamber. Gets +1/+1 until end of turn. This is all absolute crap. Both these cards. It's pure garbage. Need to see the part. Here's the partner. You got it. And it's ugly. Good luck pronouncing that. Good luck looking that one up on Gatherer. You take metal, I receive. Yeah, let's an excellent exchange. Okay, moving on. We've got Embodiment of Lives. Embodiment of Lives is a black 5 generic 4/4 spirit. You pay a red. Embodiment of Lives gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay, so it's got fire breathing. For blue, you can get, it gets +1/-1 until end of turn. That's like a fairy ability. I think that's like a very old fairy ability. You could pump up like some 0/2 fairies. And also you got a red 1 generic, sack a land. Create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Whenever an opponent discards a card, that player loses 5 life. Whoa! Okay, for the first 3 abilities, not very interesting. Last ability, it could hit danger. Like, you could just pull off Wheel of Fortune, everyone loses. Well, I mean, it depends on how many cards they have in their hand. But they got like 5 cards, they lose 25 life. If you can chain a few Wheel of Fortunes together, they dead. Windfall into Wheel of Fortune. But it's fair for the mana cost. You know, you're right. It's pretty fair for the mana cost. 7 mana, you better get something for your 7 mana. It's very doable. Maybe someone thinks it's Zybers. I don't know. Yo, last ability, Ultra Megrim. Someone plays Megrim out there. I see you people. You're all like, oh, that would be great in my commander deck. Oh, my commander would love that card. All right, you want Embodiment of Lives? Go for it. You'll have no life at the end. Just make sure you don't discard anything. Okay, Hidden Disinfection for a black. Is this Disinfectant or is this the Windex? Anyone out there buy a bottle of Windex? You know you got that Windex somewhere, but you can't find it. It's been lost in the sands of the house. All right, instant. Target creature, destroy target creature with flying. If the spell was kicked, that player sacrifices a creature. That is some, and the kicker is only a red 1 generic. That is some pretty heavy anti-Murktide hate. So for a single black, I can blow up a whole Murktide and deal with the Ragavan as well. Or the Ledger Shredder, or the Dragon Rage Channeler. And also there's a lot of flyers I can kill at first. Now you do need to kill a flyer at first. You don't get the second part if you don't have the first part. So first part must stand. Kill their flyer, then you, for an extra like 2 mana, you make them sack a creature. Instant, this is bonkers. Like, what's so unusual about an instant speed removal spell? Does not work. The creature is a player. Destroy target creature with flying. If the spell was quick, that player sacrifices a creature. No, no, no. You destroy the creature with flying. Okay, I get it. So it should be like that player's controller of that, or controller of that creature also must sack a creature. But it makes it makes sense. Emerald thinks it's Zybers. The creature's control. Yeah, it should say that. Don't worry. We know what it means. It's gonna disinfect your flyers, those flying insects, with the disinfectant. It's Zybers. I like it. It's a good removal spell. Okay, we got the Bearish Master for a green 4 generic. We have a 4/3 horror with trample and haste. At the beginning of each end step, if Bearish Master is untapped, you gotta sack it. So make sure you attack every single turn with this thing. It was born to attack and die in combat. When Bearish Master leaves the battlefield, each player sacks a creature. Okay, so you attack every turn. You don't even feel bad for losing this thing because it was meant to die. It was meant to make everyone else sack a creature. You know, we haven't seen the AI say that player's controller yet, but well, they're learning. They're still learning, all right? This guy is okay. Crispy. You know what? I also think it's okay. A very doable card. Not illegal. Nothing illegal about this. Fortunately has, yeah, without haste, it would just be dead on the spot. It'd be a 6-mana edict for everybody. You have to sack something yourselves. So you're gonna lose 2 creatures. You're gonna lose your Bearish Master. You're gonna lose something else. Unless Bearish Master is the only thing that was around on the table. Unless it's the only thing around. Okay, we have the Leapless Hour. For a blue 2 generic, it's a sorcery with Gravestorm? I can't remember how Gravestorm works. Take an extra turn after this one. I forget how was it like for as many things that you played from your graveyard, you get like Storm? It Danger Storm, absolutely. And it's also take extra turns. How can we let this happen? We can't let this happen.
Oh God, please no.
I saw Storm. You can't print it. Shred it to bits. Extra turn for 3. I don't understand. I don't remember how the Gravestorm thing works though. I know how Storm works. As many cards that went to the graveyard, says Crispy. It's similar to Storm, except instead of counting the number of spells cast on a turn, it counts the number of permanents put into the graveyard from the battlefield. Okay. So you blow up everything, you play Leapless Hour. This might be great at, like, Obliterate into Leapless Hour. So they lose everything, you just floated some mana, Leapless Hour, get probably 9 extra turns. Like, you have to be able to rebuild your board in that time. Easy way to win. Your opponents will all be stone dead. You'll be laughing to the bank. Broken. Quite a bit broken. Holy Christ, this thing's completely busted, says King Ginger. Okay, is this like the sequel to, what was it, the Riptic Turd? This literally is like a soldier made of crap. It's like dog doo-doo. It's got the swirl and everything with some shades. Oh, it is called the Shit Roll. Literally the Shit Roll. All right, for 3 mana, it's an equipment. No one will touch you in combat if you are wrapped in the Shit Roll. Probably protection from humans or something. All right, what does this do? Okay, I can equip for 3. Equip creature gets +3/+3 and has flying. Why would I fly when I'm covered in shit? Okay, pay 4, sacrifice Shit Roll, draw 3 cards. What is that, like the fertilizer part of this thing? It should have been unblockable. It gets you unblock. I like the idea of the flavor, like no one wants to touch you. So it's like you have your unblockable. I don't know. Can only attack alone. No one wants to attack with you. Something to that effect. I need a lot of sudden disinfectant after that. Yeah. All right, and imagine telling the creature that you're about to equip with this thing. All right, we're about to equip you with a pile of shit. We're just gonna pour the porta potty upside down on top of you. And they're like, what? You're gonna do what now? Basically, and if you unequip the creature, I mean, it must go to the cleanser. If creatures were sentient, they would refuse being equipped by this card. Yeah, not the shit roll. Oh no, this card is literally that shit won't fly saying. I'm not familiar, actually. Well, the card isn't crap, is it? Sacrifice. I mean, you do draw a lot of cards. Okay, stats-wise, I think it's fine. You have to sack the card itself. So you're paying 3. You're actually paying about 7 mana to draw 3 cards, which I think is fine. Although it is instant speed card draw. It's hard to get card draw that effective at end of turn. Anyway, that card ain't crappy. No doo-doo here. Very playable. We've got the Soul Stone. I have a feeling there is an actual card called Soul Stone. I am not. Hold on. Soul Stone. There's no way there's no card. There's no card called Soul Stone. Unbelievable. 30 years. This is the first card called Soul Stone. So, okay. 6 generic artifact. Pay 7. Target creature can't enter the battlefield this turn. Then where is it gonna go? What's gonna happen? Okay, I play my creature on the stack. No, we're gonna Soul Stone the damn thing for 7 mana. Well, now what? What, do I go back to my hand? It just can't enter the battlefield this turn. It hurt itself in confusion. Sadly, doesn't work under current rules. I guess it prevents... Oh, maybe it gets played? That's true. Maybe it just prevents the ETB. It's an anti-ETB card. But it's already here. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're... It's essentially what this card says. I have no idea what the flavor of... I guess if you have no soul, it's like that Bart Simpson thing. You walk right into the doors of the convenience store. The sensors don't feel you. They don't sense you. Hence why you do not actually enter the battlefield. No ETBs allowed. Creatures only exist on the battlefield. They do not enter the battlefield. Maybe it's like a delayed cast where it enters the battlefield when their turn ends. Otherwise, it's exiled temporarily. I don't know. I like the idea. Like, the things enter the battlefield, but they don't trigger. Because they just don't enter the battlefield. They're just there now. Move aside the One Ring. Tron has a new toy to play with. Target creature. Well, I don't know if they would play this card. Makes no sense. A creature has to be on the battlefield already to count as a creature. I'm pretty sure you can target spells with this thing. That's the way I'm interpreting it. So, like, you target... So, someone casts a creature, you can use this to target it. Repeatable Colorless Essence Scatter? Semi-reasonable at 13 mana? I don't think it counters anything, though. Just can't enter the battlefield this turn. How would you interpret this weird, bizarre card? Makes no sense to me. So, there's too much disagreement about what this card can and cannot do, so we're going to disqualify it. No good. Okay, the Black Vip Tears. And I apparently see a bit of a dinosaur in the background. Alright, we have a blue 3 generic, 3/2 human wizard. Affinity for equipment. You better have a lot of equipment on the battlefield. The Black Vip Tears deals 2 Dancer, a dinosaur you control with power 3 or greater. You get them dinosaur dance on. And also for 5 mana, tap, sacrifice Black Vip Tears. Return, play, into 2 cards this way to your hand, then draw that many cards. Chaos ensues. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense to me. The Horse Crew Dance. What else is going on here? We've got like a squid in the air. We've got a little bit of a serpent. Takes two to tango. And apparently at least one dinosaur. Okay, we got the Withering Vanguard. It is it's banned 2 generic for a 3 loyalty zombie ape, which happens to be a planeswalker. What are you, Mustafa? Okay, +1. Creatures your opponents control. Oh, and Mustafa was the lion. Who is the monkey in the Lion King? I can't remember his name anymore. Someone will let me know. Okay, +1. Creatures your opponents control get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of artifacts you control plus the number of cards in your hand. Wow! As if the cards in my hand wasn't good enough. Yeah, Rafiki. Okay, we got a Rafiki here. Rafiki is a planeswalker, in my opinion. That is just absolutely insane. So basically, and it's only your opponent's control, and it's a plus ability. You go every single turn, you just go plus, and like, okay, I got 6 cards in hand. I have this many artifacts on the battlefield. Get -8 until end of turn. And you keep doing that over and over and over and over again. All right, then what's -8? You get an emblem with, whenever you cast a spell during your turn, you can pay blue 2 generic. When you do, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of artifacts you control. That is very underwhelming and crappy. First ability, it danger. That first ability is just bonkers. 5 mana and dies to bolt. Does not actually die to bolt because it immediately, you have priority when it gets cast, and you immediately go to +1, so it actually gets out of range of bolt instantaneously. Well, it is expensive. Well, 5 mana is not that expensive. You can get this thing out on turn 4, you know, comfortably. Swap the abilities? Yeah, swap. But then it would be stone cold useless. No, that +1, too strong. What's with a zombie ape killing off all creatures just by himself? I mean, at least it's internally consistent. Both abilities relate to the number of artifacts you control. That's right. Zombies but not black, color pie destroyed. This is a zombie that switched to the other side and is still killing people. Still killing people. Okay, invasion of the that. Everyone's pointing fingers at each other. We got a red 1 generic instant. Add double black. It's like it's like a crappy Metamorphose. It's doable though. I don't know if you want to fix your mana like this. Invasion! That! What? No, that thing! No, it's that thing. Much store. You can't trip off of this, though. There's no card draw. The card draw doesn't exist. You don't even net mana off of this thing. I think this card's absolute crap. Take it to the printers. Dead on arrival. Who would play this thing? Nobody. Michael likes this for some dumb reason. If you're playing mono red and want to get that Shelly in there. That thing. Exactly. Okay, the AI is flexing its hand drawing skills since so many people make fun of them. Yeah, no 6. Actually, is this person pointing to 2 things? They got like 2. They're cheating. Pointing to 2 things at once. Anyway, sure, we can have it. It's okay. Okay, we got the Wife Spring. Not to be confused with Wife Fall, Wife Winter. That actually could be a cycle. Wife Spring is for white. Wife Fall could be red for, it could be the red card. Wife Winter could be blue. Oh no, wait, this is the spring, so summer has to be green. Wife Summer would be green. Brandon Campbell with a huge super chat. Thank you so much, Brandon. Hope you love the AI generated nonsense. Okay, what do we got here? We got a white 2 generic. Sorcery. Destroy target land. What the hell? What is going on here? If the spell was kicked, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So we have a Stone Rain in white. And she be gardening. I mean, white land destruction is insane. Premier waifu card. This should have been red, 2 generic, kicker, white, black. Or just a kicker of white would be fine. The wife on the card is literally dugging out the land. It does. Gonna put a nice flower, a nice garden over here. Some people, and also it's pretty trendy to be growing your own vegetables these days. But so whatever your land was doing before, it's not gonna do it anymore. It's not broken, and the kicker doesn't make a whole lot of flavor sense. You add 5 mana in blue to make someone lose 2 life and gain 2 life. Whatever, it's doable. It's not even no one even plays Stone Rain anymore. Why would someone play like white Stone Rain with weird upside? She has 3 shovels. 3 of them. You can never have enough shovels. We got 1 for 1 arm, 1 for 1 foot. Don't make fun of the process. All right, she's got a process. She knows what she's doing. She's destroying the land. Yeah, so skilled, 3 shovels at once. Okay, we got Fumgilgeist, a white 2 generic 0/0 Phyrexian Shate. What the hell is a Shate? When Fumgilgeist dies, which it will do instantaneously, you draw 2 cards and all cards from target player's hand and what? What did I just read? We draw all cards from target player's hand and sacrifice up to 2 players. What is going on here? So we play this, we're gonna draw 2 cards, and I'm gonna draw somebody's hand, and we sack 2 people. So basically, I'm gonna take one person's hand away from them, and the other 2 people, they're gone. And I got that for 3 mana. It danger. It absolutely a danger. It just kills 2 people. And I get all the cards from somebody else. The card goes from weak to OP instantaneously. It's like 3 mana for a 0/0 that can't survive. Oh, and when it dies instantly. To the Shadow Realm! Get it out of here. Vote it off! We gotta vote it off. It's an imposter. Vote off the imposter. Never will we have this. This card is insane. You can't sack a player you don't control. Well, probably you do here. But you don't own another player, so how can you legally sacrifice? I don't know. Maybe you would like, what's it called? Mind. What's that card called? Not Mind Weaver. Mind something. You take control of people. Hey, there's other AI generated cards that like you gain control of players and stuff. Mind Slaver. That's what I was thinking. Mind Slaver. I don't know if that counts though. Because you take control of them over their next turn. Which at that point, this Fumgilgeist ain't gonna do anything. Okay, well anyway, we know it's broken. It's broken. Now we have a card. It looks like the artist is some 13-year-old. Okay, not troll-like. It's like not troll-like. Black 2 generic for a 7/7 Dargon. Some sort of weird cousin of the dragons. Flying, you may play any number of Gares. Any number. Which is probably... Right now, the number of Gares in this game is probably 0. But you can play as many as you want. Okay, the not troll-like escapes with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. And whenever not troll-like attacks creatures you control gain Island Walk until end of turn. It's a 4 mana 7/7 with flying. I can't even escape the card. You have to like give it escape. And then we get Island Walk, which isn't even necessary because I have flying. But all my creatures gain Island Walk, so that's good. I think this is it's basically sort of a vanilla 7/7. Yeah, it's a 7/7 flyer for 4 with some upside. Is escape a thing? It's a real escape is a real ability. The escape is usually some alternate casting cost you can cast from the graveyard to put it back onto the battlefield, like escape, exile 5 cards from the graveyard and double red or something like that. Who is Dargon? This is Dargon. There's a Dargon. It's like some bat meets dragon or something like that. It's like dragon, but they swapped the A and the R at the beginning. pretty busted for a vanilla creature. And the Island Walk is a nice addition. All right, we're gonna give it a pass. The Dargon. Them Dargons around here. Okay, the Frying Sliver. Does this look like a sliver? It looks like something from the Alien movie. We have a black, 2 generic sorcery. Add red, 1 generic. Frying Sliver deals 4 damage on any target. So, what? So, we got... I netted... I believe that's 13 mana. So, after spending 4 mana, we got 9... We keep 9 mana at the end of all that. That is the greatest ritual of all time. Combo decks are already salivating off this damn thing. And also, we can shoot people. 4 damage on any target. So, there's a removal spell on top of this. Guess who's frying? You are! You get to fry. Do I got a frying sound effect?
Enemy spotted.
I should really stop drinking during these AI streams. Completely fair ballot. What are you, nuts? Toilet Duck. Funny story. I've seen an old AI card called Magicive Rebirth that has 10 times as many mana symbols in its rule text as that card. Oh my goodness. I guess they know, like, the AI knows if you're gonna get mana, you might, why have so many rituals in your deck? Just one ritual should do it all. Just one ritual, that's it. A frying pan and walk? Why? Oh yeah, there's 2 of them. It's like, you're cooking something, and then you're cooking something over the stuff that's cooking. Don't argue with the Frying Sliver. Okay, one of them is creating the mana, and one of them's cooking up the damage. Alright, that's 2. It's only 1 Frying Sliver, though. 1 Frying Sliver, 2 abilities. V with the super chat. Great set review of MH20. Cards are very balanced. Yeah, Modern Horizons 20. Somewhere deep 50 years from now. Actually, hold on. How far? That's like 18 times 3. It's like 6. It's like 56 years from away. That's why the food is on fire. Yeah, something got burned. All right, car is stupid broken. That's a lot of mana. Dragon Scale Apprentice. Is there even a dragon in the image? I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's a red 1/1 Goblin Warrior. When Dragon Scale Apprentice attacks, double the amount of snow spent to cast this spell. So at most, it's going to be like 1. Hold on, double the amount of snow. What does that even mean? Double the amount of snow to cast this spell. So the most snow is like 1. So what, I get 2 snow mana after I attack? And then I got to use it immediately. Still like the card, funny as hell. It's wearing dragon scales. Nothing greater than dragon armor. Said Frodo, maybe. I think Frodo had like a dragon scale. Oh no, wait a minute. No. It was some. It wasn't dragon scales. It was some other equipment. But it was supposed to be as hard as dragon scales. Now we need Snowstorm. Copy the spell for each snow paid this turn. Oh my god. Don't give them ideas, old boy. Don't give them ideas. That'd be beyond broken. I honestly don't know what this card does. It attacks double the amount of snow spent to cast this turn. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, so. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Alright, the Hornet Cannon. As advertised, it is a... I don't know why the cannon needed to be in the shape of a hornet. It's got the stinging thing. It's got the stinging thing out of the outside of the cannon. Okay, it's a land. The Hornet Cannon doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you can pay 3. If you do, proliferate. This has nothing to do with a Hornet Cannon. But it's a proliferate land that doesn't untap. I can't even tap it. Even if I wanted to. Pretends to be more expensive when... Oh no, you're talking about the last card. It's OP land. Is this broken? Do you think Proliferate is that broken that if you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you just pay 3? You wasted your land drop on the Hornet Cannon. Choose any number of permanents and/or players with counters on them. Then give each another counter of that kind already there. The Horny Cannon. Love the art. The art is great. Yavimaya lets you tap it. Yeah, Yavimaya. Urborg. Got a lot of ways of tapping this thing. You get one tap out of it, and then that's it, because it doesn't untap during your untap step. Totally fair. Please ship it. I like it. Please ship. Oh no, my land drop. It's a fair proliferate. I think it's fair. I don't know what a proliferate deck looks like when it really gets its game going, but we're gonna print the Hornet Cannon. Why not? And you know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna thank our sponsors today, FusionGamingOnline.com. They have a deal of the week every single week. You don't want to miss it. The deal of the week this week: 15% off all Double Masters and Modern Horizon sets. Got some sweet cards in those Modern Horizon sets. You got the Elementals. You got the Force Cycle. You also have Esper Sentinel, which is like the new Rhystic Study for white. And if you want to buy cards, because we know that you do, you're going to buy cards, aren't you? That's right. Don't lie to yourself. You're going to buy them. You buy them every single month. You're going to want to buy them from FusionGamingOnline.com with the coupon code Nikachu for an additional 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. And you can play any format. You can play Modern, Pioneer, Pauper, Vintage. These days, they're trying to come after the Commander plays. You want to play some Commander online? They got some special Commander rental service for $25 a month. You get like how much? What can you get for $25 a month? You get 450 ticks, 100 cards that you can borrow at any given time. And then when you're done with your deck, you just send it back and get another deck. You can play Megrim one day. You can play Sveilun another day. I'm already lost on naming legendary creatures. That's how often I play Commander. But you can do it with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_N9M. Alright, and now let's go back to the insanity of the AI-generated cards. The sponsored segment is brought to you by Hornet Cannon. Alright. We got Mountain. We got the Salt War Chief. Literally the salt guy. The guy, it's like the guy that spreads the salt. Okay, we got a blue 1 generic 1/1 human cleric. Pay 2, look at the top card of your library. I have to pay mana for that? There's cards that let me do that for free. Okay, pay 2, reveal the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. That's interesting. Okay, there are cards out there. Okay, so I'll admit, things like Future Sight, it's like 5 mana, it's an enchantment. I have to pay mana. So I don't pay anything to look at the top card of that library. And I don't have to reveal anything to play the cards from the top of the library. But if I'm going to reveal it, oh, you know what it is? Okay, so you have 2 options. For option 1, pay 2, look at the top card of your library, do not play it. Option 2, reveal the top card of your library so everyone gets to see it, and then you may play the card that turn. You still have to cast it. Mystic Forge the Creature. I think this is a very crappy version of Mystic Forge the Creature. Very costly for a weak effect. Hey, you still get to play the cards off the top of your library. The card sucks. Very fair. If you ever don't understand my comment, it's probably a pun. Okay, that's fine. Very whelming. Not underwhelming, not overwhelming, just whelming. I'm very whelmed right now. We're all very whelmed right now. Honestly, actually, the card probably sucks. 2 mana for a 1/1 cleric. Not very good. Very doable. Print it. Just print it. Okay, we've got the gravel. Is it the gravel gender outcast? We have the blue 1 generic human ninja. It's a 2/2 trample. When gravel gender outcast attacks, exile target card from a graveyard. It's also a very underwhelming card. It's a ninja. When it attacks, it's like a. Sort of reminds me of Scavenging Ooze, except I don't get bigger for this damn thing. Weird looking gravel. Oh yeah, it's weird. It's like a golem-like creature, but it's a human ninja at the same time. Oh, the fleshes have been reached. That's right, the fleshes. We've exiled a card from a graveyard. This is correct. The fleshes. I need to have a sound effect. The fleshes have been reached here. But it's just tramp. It's weird. It's always funny to see trample on like a 2 power creature. It's doable. I don't know if anyone would play this damn thing. It'd be better if it, like, whenever it entered the battlefield or attacks, you exile a card. But outside of that, it's very, very hard to squeeze in any deck, though. Alright, moving on. We got the Uncalibrate for Storm. Or, sorry, for Swarm. The Swarm was not calibrated. We got a green-red X enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose up to 1 target creature spell. Then put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Okay, I have to choose a spell on the stack. Then I get to put 2 counters on a creature in play. If you won your opponent's control a white permanent for mana, that player gains control of it. All right, we went off the rails on this one. When you control no lands, you win. Okay, now that's busted. When you control no lands, you win the game. Basically, float mana with Armageddon, and then uncalibrate for Swarm, and you win the game. Or you don't even need lands. You could play your whole game off of like mana artifact. You could literally go like turn 1 Chromox, Mox Diamond, uncalibrate for Swarm for oh no, you need to target something. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose up to 1 target creature. Actually, it's super narrow. I need to cast this at my upkeep, and I have to target a creature spell. If I understand this thing correctly. It's actually really hard to pull off. It's like someone plays, I don't know, Vendilion Click on my upkeep. Ha! You've fallen right into my trap. I'm gonna play Uncalibrate for Swarm. And I got no lands in play. You're dead. It's separate, right? It is separate. Oh, wait a minute. This is an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose up to 1 target. It's just an enchantment. It's an enchantment with that. I thought this was like an instant speed effect. Okay, this card is really confusing. It's enchantment, not an instant. All right, so it's just an enchantment. What is it? Just passively looking for creature spells that I can target? Okay, first half doesn't make sense. Second half makes sense. Is broken. Disqualified. There will never be a creature spell in the stack at the beginning of any upkeep, so there will never be a target for the first ability. Yeah, the first ability is stupid. We got the Bird Party. You heard of the Bird Bath. Well, now here's the Bird House. The red 3 generic sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. I thought it'd be like sacrifice a bird. Okay, Bird Party deals 3 damage to target creature. That is pretty crappy. Any number of target creatures each get +1/+0 until end of turn. You gain control of it. Any number of target creatures each gain +0/+1. You gain control of all the creatures? Ocho those creatures gain trample until end of turn. What the hell is Ocho? We gotta Ocho them. Maybe it's like, I don't know, birdenize them. Invite them to your bird party. Ocho makes me think it was also fed MTG cards in a different language. Maybe they're gonna read all the languages of all the Magic the Gathering cards. Ocho is 8 in Spanish. 8 those creatures. It's going deep. 8 those creatures. It means eat the creatures. Eat them. Very Zyber. Also Ocho. I think it means you have a party. Well, do I have a party sound effect here? Ocho equals make 7 token copies. Is that serious? Do they specify Ocho? Ocho those creatures. If you make 7 copies of each card, this is just beyond stupid. Ocho was meant to be each of. Oh, it's like short form. Okay. Oh, I get it. Yeah. You run out of space, AI generation. Each of those creatures gain trample in turn. That actually makes a lot of sense. Ocho is Oko. We just gain control of a bunch of creatures, and they have trample until end of turn, but I actually get to keep them for forever, so I think the card is just insane. Instant speed, swipe everything off the battlefield? No way. If they don't have haste, why do they need trample until end of turn? You never know when you need trample. Maybe you have haste already. You got haste through some other means. Okay, Blazing Contraband. For a white 2 generic, it's an enchantment with pay 2. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay, so you're filtering. Some weird filtering here. Also, blue, white, tap. You get 2 energy. It's an energy card. Apelite creatures you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. Yeah, here's support for Apelites. Whatever an Apelite is. Fire it up. It's a it's a bird party now. I don't know what an Apelite is. Apple. I'm just quickly looking on Google to see what Apelite. Apelite is an intrusive igneous rock in which the mineral composition is the same as granite. All right, it's some sort of rock. It's a rock Pokemon. It's a rock Pokemon, damn it. It's a rock type, weak to water. I can't remember. Is rock weak to water? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Water is like, what is it? Water's gonna wear it down over like, what, 25 years? Until we know this applies to changeling. Yeah, that's true. True story. Well, it's fine, I guess. It's not broken. It's not broken. It's like that's the bar that we have these days. It's the bar you have to meet on this show. It's not broken. Okay, Caller of the Lost Relic. Red 3 generic 4/4 Dryad. When Caller of the Lost Relic enters the battlefield, if you control another wolf, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of red creatures on the battlefield that shares a creature type with Caller of Lost Relic, which is Dryad. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. Whoa! X is number of cards you may play. Oh, actually, it didn't say that we choose a card. Look at the top X cards of our library, where X is number of creatures. It didn't even say we get to choose the card. You may play that card. Play what card? I didn't even get to choose one. I just looked at the top cards in my library. There's a Wolfie here. Yeah, actually defines X, but doesn't say I can play anything. Yeah, specifically the red Dryads. We all know how many red Dryads there are out there. How many Dryads you have at once? How many Dryads are in this game? Very, very convoluted way to cheat Emrakul. I don't even know if you can. You look at the top cards of your library, where X is the number of red creatures on the battlefield that shares a creature type with Caller of Lost Relic. You may play that card. With what card? I think we lost something. The AI is missing a sentence. It says say choose one. Play red changelings. The red changeling, yeah. The solution to a creature type that has no support, play the changelings. Play Morifon. You're a 5-color deck now. Anchor. Land. X, tap. Target player reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, put that card onto the battlefield under your control. If you do, repeat this process for artifacts, creatures, or lands. What is the hell is the point of X? Okay, this cannot be real. Target player reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. I don't know what X is, but it sort of looks like X can be 0. I just choose anything, and then I get to repeat the process for artifacts, creatures, or lands. So when you mulligan, when you're up against a deck with Anchor, make sure it has as few card types in your hand as possible, because otherwise I'll nail you hard. I'm going to take your lands, I'm going to take your artifacts, I'm going to take your creatures. And I have to choose a non-land card. Okay, it could be any non-land card, so I can start with Planeswalker. And it's all on the battlefield! So you steal their whole hand and put them on the battlefield for free? Can you target yourself? Actually, you can target yourself too. It's target player. So you can just you can pay 0, target yourself, put a land, I get a land, a creature, an artifact, and a non-land permanent on the battlefield. You can cheat so much garbage on the battlefield. You can put sorcerer. Well, you can put planeswalkers on the battlefield, right? I guess you could put a sorcerer on the battlefield. The last repeat asks for non-land lands. That's weird. First you choose a non-land. You have to choose a non-land land. Is that true? You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, repeat the process for art. Oh yeah. So actually I only get an artifact, a creature, and the land part doesn't work. What is a non-land land? No, I don't think that exists. Yeah, it's just a non-land card. Just play a bad deck that you can't get anchored. Yeah, that's right. Oh, the anchor. Non-land gets replaced with land. Hypergenesis, eat your heart out. Yeah, the one-sided Hypergenesis. This is a wild card. Anyway, yeah, well, that's just stone cold busted. It danger. That one, it danger. All right, we got the Hermit of the Hermit of Kier, which is a green 3 generic 4/4 Sphinx with flying. When Hermit of Care attacks, you can pay 3 mana, blue 1 generic. If you do, create a 2/2 white cat creature token. All right, it's legal. It's doable. It's you? You're making cat tokens? You're the Hermit of Care? It's a Sphinx? Well, we don't know what's going on underneath that big cloak. It's got the Jedi cloak, for crying out loud. Makes kittens, or finds kittens. It's the type of person that, you know, fosters every kitten that they find in the alleyway. Oh, there's another kitten. Oh, there's another kitten. I'm gonna take you home and I'm gonna name you Muffin. Yeah, very doable. Very crappy. Very crappy for this show. Okay, the Arm Former. It's another land. There's the battlefield tapped. It's got a beautiful image. You may cast spells from your graveyard during each opponent's draw step. That is very interesting. I think that's Zybers. That's very strong, though. You may cast spells from your opponent's from your graveyard. Oh, wait, it doesn't say it gets exiled, so I could perpetually play like Opt. Actually, this is broken as hell. We just keep playing the same spell over and over again. All right, keep playing Opt. Keep playing this. For as much blue mana as I have. I do have to do it during the draw step, though, so I might have to tap myself out before my opponent actually starts playing actual spells. Can cast spell. No, you gotta. It doesn't say you play them for free. You gotta pay the mana, but you still play it over and over and over again. It's like lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. So as much red mana as you have on the battlefield, you can just bolt somebody. If you have 7 red mana open and 1 lightning bolt. Here, I got a special trick for you. It's called the Armed Former. And the Armed Former, I will deal 21 damage with the 7 red mana open. Toilet Duck is like, it's danger, but ship it anyway. Gintaxian Probe, you can't. Because remember, it can only be cast during our opponent's draw step. So it has to be only instants. Or anything I can play at flash speed. Like a creature with flash speed. No player gets priority during the draw step. That's not true at all. Everyone gets priority during the draw step. It's just that in general, no one chooses to do anything during the draw step. It is it's just a custom of Magic the Gathering that everybody passes priority through the draw step and automatically goes to the main phase. But you get priority. You can stop people at their draw step and have effects and abilities. Usually when you do it, you have to be like, all right, at your draw step, I'm going to do something. And then after that, then people go to their main phase. No, you're up. No, doesn't work like that. You can do things at people's draw step. It's pretty common line with Vendilion Click to click someone at their draw step. So you can absolutely play this spell at the draw step. Which makes this card broken. It makes it absolutely broken. No, it's not before. Well, if before you draw, then you're at your upkeep. If after you draw, we're at your draw step. Because the first thing that happens at the draw... See, here's the deal. At your draw step, the first thing that happens is you draw the card. And then each player can play spells or abilities. And if people choose not to, then you go to the first main phase of the player that drew their card that turn. The thing is, 99.9% of the time, no one wants to do anything. I'm telling you, though, if you had the Armed Former, everyone would be doing stuff at people's draw step. Everybody. Metamorphose to dig for another ritual. Oh my goodness. You just go infinite with Metamorphose. This plus Metamorphose is absolutely, absolutely broken. Yeah, all the Vendilion Click players know. They play at the draw step all the time. Yeah, cards that go in... We could have a whole show. Cards that go infinite with Arm Former. And people are like, what the hell is Arm Former? It is a busted AI generated card. Alright, we got back render. Back render is a black 3 generic enchantment. Whenever one or more creatures you control die this turn, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad. That's interesting. Actually, this probably combos off hard with something where you like sack the creature. You like sack a creature. You could actually bring back the creature that you sacrifice back to your hand. If you have infinite mana, I have a feeling this is a combo card. Probably for some sort of artifact deck. Probably not broken. Like, it gives me, like, Heart Clan Ironwork vibes, but definitely good. Definitely would be very, very good card. A little pricey, though. Hey, if you're comboing off, it better cost something. The price of comboing is 5 mana. I've set the bidding at 5 mana. Do I have 5 mana? Do I have 6 mana? It's an enchantment too, absolutely. Suchi looking at this card big time. Ashnod's Altar with Ornithopters. Oh god. They were already comboing off. You already broke the card. Only took 2 seconds. The card is broken. Wandering of the Night for a Phyrexian red. It's a sorcery. Draw 4 cards and discard a card. What the hell? Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste. So for 1 red, I steal your creature, draw 4 cards, discard a card. This is beyond stupid. Well, I wandered at night and look what I found. Look what I found. I found 3 extra cards. This is like, okay, what is this? Ancestral Recall, Faithless Looting, and some sort of steel creature card all wrapped up into one. One deliciously dangerous single 2 damage. For the low cost of 2 life, you get all this. It costs 0. Well, no, it costs something. It costs you your life. Anyway, we'll move on. Was a little too broken. What's all these basic lands? Okay, we got the Icebring Trickster. It's a blue 3 generic 2/2 human soldier. Who is this? Edward Scissorhands? Anyway, okay, it's got Menace and Death Touch and Ninjutsu for black 2 generic. Whenever Icebring Trickster attacks, it gains trample until end of turn. It doesn't even tap anything down. I thought, you know, as an Icebringer, maybe it like, you know, it's an icer, it's a stunner. Gonna stun some things. They could easily I guess so. Menace, Death, this is really not that insane. When it attacks, it gains trample, which is really bizarre because it's got ninjutsu. So like if it wasn't blocked, it's going to deal the full amount of damage anyway. The trample part is like a little bit redundant. Ninja love. I don't know. If I were a ninja player, I'd be pretty pissed about this last ability. Well, I got trample, people. I got trample. For what? What is this? It costs the same. It's 4 mana to hardcast. It's 4 mana with ninjutsu. Alright, whatever. Wait, the ninjutsu cost is 2 generic and 2 black, but the reminder text says it's 1 generic, 2 black. I don't know. It's not read too hard into that reminder text. The Warkit Wolf. White 2 generic for a 1/3 troll. When trolls fly, it's got flying. As long as it's your turn, Warkit Wolf has flying. Okay. What a this is absolute garbage. The trolls are coming back. I think they made a troll. They made a troll movie, didn't they? Is that thing still ready to come out, or did it flop? The Endless Sword. Well, I see the end right there. Unless you want to get really philosophical, like, oh, the edge gets further and further and further and further away the deeper we look. All right, we got a 1 generic equipment. We equip for 3. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Menace. You know, the AI loves Menace. This is a huge fan of Menace. Hates the creatures getting chump blocked. Whenever equipped creature deals damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This is a very playable card. Not very endless, in my opinion. But it's just a name. It will endlessly get +1/+1 counters for as long as it keeps dealing damage. Has to be comboable somehow. I don't know. You deal damage, you get a counter. What, you get a counter, somehow deal damage? The handle is... Yeah, we don't see the handle. Handle goes on for forever. Silly card. The Crawling Trancer. It's a white, 2 generic, 0/3 human soldier. What's up with the 0/3 human soldier? He has a sword in the picture. Was it a rubber sword? Sacrifice Crawling Trancer. Add 5 more. The losses the game of your choice. Oh my goodness. No, don't make sense. Yeah, we gotta add 5 losses to our game. I guess if you count all the games you have for the night, you can add 5 more losses if you need to make someone else feel better about their record. I lose that game. And a bunch of other games that didn't even exist. It's literally a card about losing. It's also a card about keeping score. Add 5 more losses, the game of your choice. Add 5 more... I choose to lose this game. Literally has like the idea. Okay, today I'm gonna lose at chess, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Vanguard, and Tic-Tac-Toe. Lose at Hearthstone, StarCraft, Among Us, Fall Guys. Pick and choose how you want to lose, where you want to lose. It's game night, people. This is the card that affects all the other games that you'll play that night. Whatever. Why you want to lose, I don't know. There might be some games where you do want to lose. Okay, we got a black 3 generic Dauntless Power enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Dauntless Power deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of zombies you control. This is every opponent's upkeep. Deal X damage to that player, where X is the number of... So every turn, we smack them with as many zombies as we have on the battlefield. Zombie players absolutely salivating over this thing. Lord Trevor's like, here we go! Silvercation's like, this is the card that Zybers for me. Super Zyber. Whoa, card for zombie. And it's actually within... Okay, we nailed everything. The card makes sense. It's real. It's not overpowered. It's actually within the color pie. Even the name sort of makes sense. And the art also is... Oh, there's a lot of zombies over there. The more zombies, the more power. The more dauntless power you have. Behold my... Yeah, where's Rod Boy? This is Rod Boy's card. Rod Boy! There's Rod Boy in the house. Our zombie connoisseur. It danger, but it's Zyber. I don't even know if it danger. Like, you just wipe the board, you'll be fine. Great card. Easy pass. Oh, the Prismari! But the Prismari art isn't. What the hell is going on here? Oh, it's this Prismari Storm Crusher? So that this guy crushes the Prismari? Which... on red and green are ally colors. Okay, whatever. Green... It's a green 1/1 human artificer. When Prismari Storm Crusher enters the battlefield, exile the top X cards of your library. You may cast any number of spells from among those cards without... What are we doing here? What is going on here? And you can choose X. X can be anything. X is literally your whole deck. Choose, yeah, exile the top X cards of your library. You cast any number of them without paying their mana cost. It's all free. It's free real estate around here. Okay, what is the flavor text? This is we didn't have many flavor texts today. They possess the beauty with valor tree somewhere to specialize like Grixis. We all know how much Grixis loves to specialize. So much so we get turn 1 play our deck. This is yeah, I play my whole deck. It's like, oh, they got Prismari Storm Crusher again. All right, let's shuffle up. Let's play another one. Easy Thassa's Oracle win. Basically, if Prismari Storm Crusher exists, everyone would have to play Prismari Storm Crusher in their deck. The AI has no sense of power. Yeah. Just likes to play everything in the deck. That's all. Likes to play everything in the deck. Likes to play their deck. Everyone's like, you know, it's fixing the mana issue with the game. You know, everyone complains about getting mana screwed, mana flooded. Well, Prismari Storm Crusher lets you play everything. Regardless of your mana base. Regardless of your mana situation. Okay, we got the Aelor Cozy for red blue. It's a 2/2 mirror with vigilance. At the beginning of each upkeep, choose friend. I think it meant friend. It looks like it's robot meets robot. The AI. The AI are becoming friends with each other. They become sentient. Okay, repeat this process for up to 2 lands. Choose a friend. Okay, so for what? For each 2 lands that I have, I can make another friend. So I can have up to 3 friends. Activate only as a sorcery. Well, I didn't know I was restricted. Speak friend and enter. I choose you as my friend. So I can have 3 friends on the battlefield. And hopefully you have 3 people there. The AI has learned about friendship. Deeply flying and friend. You may make your choice. You can't be yeah, you have to be sorcery speed friend. I guess you could, yeah, you can fill in the blank. You gotta be a friend or a frenemy. Pick one, pick all. Can't activate sorcerers at the upgrade. No friend. Your lands are my friends now. Gains control. An evil laughter. All right, well, that's it for Coffee and MTG today. Another wacky day of AI-generated cards. If you want to be part of the show, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks, everyone who supports the show. Either you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show. And we've also got to thank everyone who's here in the morning to make the show what it is on every single day. The personality of Coffee and MTG is all of you, like Zeno, Old Boy, Mark Zilla, Jonathan, Coffee and Buns. We've got Steve Cooper, Abso, Lord Trevor. We got Bread. There's Bread, King Ginger, Chris P, Platonic Liquid. Because as usual, my coffee crew, you guys are the show. So keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next cup.